But Joshua, let's go back 3 days, right?
Okay.
3 days in the timeline. It's Tuesday.
Yeah.
The trade deadline is at 4 p.m. Eastern time. And when I was sitting in as a fan and I was thinking about it, I was like, the Ravens don't need a wide receiver. We just got Roquan Smith. We don't have very much money. Rashad Bateman's coming back. That's the key thing. I was like, Rashad Bateman's going to be back. He may play this week. And if not, we have the bye week next week. So maybe he misses one more game. So I'm not that worried about it. And I was like, Ravens don't need a wide receiver. They're fine. Like 2 days later, they're like, oh, actually, he's going to have season-ending surgery. Did the Ravens mess up? Because when you have to have season-ending surgery, there's notice, there's concern. Oh, hey, this guy's going under a lot more tests, and we're sending him to more and more specialists to be like, hey, does this guy need to end the season? You kind of have an indicator, hey, there's a chance. Joshua, did Eric DeCosta just royally F up in this trade deadline by not going after a wide receiver?
If you want to take it a step back further, I think Eric probably messed up back in the draft. I know everybody going to put in the comments, but we locked up a center. You locked up a center for the next 5 years with the uncertainty of your quarterback having a contract extension. Let's think about that, guys. I mean, it's great to start building the offensive line, but you now you want to start building the offensive line with your quarterback on his last year of his rookie contract. Correct me if I'm wrong. Jalen Hurts is in his third season, maybe in the NFL.
He's in his third season. He was drafted in 2020. He was drafted in the same class as Burrow and Herbert.
And I keep on and the thing is, I keep on bringing up Jalen Hurts because I've been watching what Philly been doing for the past couple of years since they brought in Mr. Hurts. They went to go get Devontae. They drafted Devontae Smith, one of his guys out of Bama. Just recently, they went in and picked up AJ Brown, another number one wide receiver who Devontae Smith can now learn under and get a mentor and groom and become better than what he's going to be. You got a decent run game. This recent draft, you add some more guys, but now you done took it to the step further to add it on the defense and Jordan Davis and his running mate, Nakobe Dean, as the linebacker. So, I mean, and this is all in his third year. They've been building. Everybody gonna keep on saying it. Lamar has players. Who does he have since he's been taken over as the starting QB? Because let's be real, let's be honest. Ozzie Newsome found a way to get back in the first round, knowing it was his last draft as the general manager. And I kind of felt like that was his way to say, you know what, Ravens organization or whatever was going on under the door, F y'all. I'm gonna go get this guy, and y'all work out with him. John Harbaugh didn't really believe in him. The offensive coordinator at the time didn't really believe in him. But in 2018, when Joe Flacco went down, oh wow, this ain't no Troy Smith. This not no Tyrod Taylor. This is a guy that can be a starting QB and give other starting QBs a damn run for their money. So, I know everybody says in EDC we trust, but I think EDC messed up with keeping John, letting John keep Gregory, letting Marquise Hollywood walk away, and then when you trade off your wide receiver, you don't pick up another wide receiver. You pick up an offensive lineman. So, seeing that Rashad Bateman has gone down with a season-ending injury, I love the pickup of Roquan Smith. I love it. I mean, yes, y'all want to get back to getting a star-studded linebacker. That's what we've been missing on the defense. That's what we needed on a front seven, for sure, tackler and a general. I respect that wholeheartedly. But the NFL is not letting defenses play the way the Ravens played before to get to the Super Bowls that we have gotten to and won. So I feel like EDC with an old school route and didn't stay up with the times by, shopping for a wide receiver. Yes, I do think he messed up.
And in the draft, when they traded Hollywood, the expectation was that they would draft someone. And so they went into the draft, and I'm just going to bring up a couple names that we had talked about in the pre-draft process. A guy like Alec Pierce, 6'3", big body out of Cincinnati, ends up going late second round, few picks after David Ojabo. And now, again, I'm not saying I dislike the Ojabo pick. I like that pick, but I'm just pointing out, hey, there was an opportunity there. They decided to go Ojabo. I'm fine with that. The big one is the fourth round. The Ravens went into the fourth round with 500 picks in the fourth round. Like they literally could have taken every single player in that fourth round. They had 4 picks. They go out and they draft. I believe they drafted Charlie Kolar first. And then right after that, like a couple picks after, they go out and they draft themselves Jordan Stout. 2 picks after Jordan Stout. And Jordan Stout was the first punter off the board. Like Jordan Stout probably could have been the Ravens had 4 picks. They could have taken Jordan Stout probably anywhere they wanted in the fourth round. 2 picks after Jordan Stout. Number 1 wide receiver for the Green Bay Packers, Romeo Doubs, out of Nevada. Oh, yeah, out of Nevada. Bigger body, guy that we liked coming out. And it's just like, okay. That was something we talked about a lot. And it's like, I like Jordan Stout. I have no problems with Charlie Kolar. But the continuous decision to not go after wide receivers is what I have a problem with. This best player available strategy works to a degree when you don't have specific needs, right? If you have no holes, go best player available. It doesn't matter. But when you have a clear hole on your team and it's wide receiver, and then you say, hey, we already have 2 tight ends and a Pro Bowl fullback. What do we need? And they go, and I'm saying the 2 tight ends is Mark Andrews and Josh Oliver, because Oliver played well last year. Why are you drafting 2 tight ends? And we talked about this after the draft. We're like, why are you drafting 2 tight ends? Now, I love Isaiah Likely. I'm a huge fan of him. If they had drafted him and instantly said, hey, we're going to convert him over as a wide receiver, it's like, okay, fine. But they want to play him at tight end. That's their goal, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that pick. But to take Kolar and Likely, even if Kolar's a beast, let's say Kolar comes out and he's just a little bit worse than Isaiah Likely, a little bit different, he's still not going to be able to see the field, right? It's like the same problem that, we have with Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay, where, they draft a backup quarterback, and you're like, yeah, he may have been the best player available, Jordan Love, but he's not going to play. He's not going to get on the field. Drafting a 4th tight end for your roster when you don't have certainties at all at wide receiver makes no sense. And whether it was, even if it wasn't, I brought up players that are like playing a lot, even if it wasn't someone that was really good, I'll find another guy,
McConnell, you missed the main guy that could have been a Raven and really, brought that Ravens tenacity to this offense.
Is that NFL young boy?
NFL young boy.
NFL young boy George Pickens, another guy, 2nd rounder. And it's like the Ravens apparently were really all in on Calvin Austin. They really wanted him. They didn't really want him that bad. You know why? Because they had like 2 picks in the same round before Calvin Austin got taken by the Pittsburgh Steelers. And so it's like that's where the mistake is. It's not a looking back and saying this pick, they messed up by taking Daniel Falele over this other guy. I'm fine with all the players that they drafted.
Yeah.
But they could have gone and said, you know what? We're going to take a wide receiver instead of going with 2 tight ends, or instead of going out and drafting a punter. You can get a punter. Again, I'm a huge fan of Jordan Stout. I have no problem with that draft pick in isolation. And it's the same thing with the Ravens in free agency. It's the same thing with the Ravens at the trade deadline. It's like, okay, I have no problem in isolation with any of the moves that they made. I liked every single move that the Ravens went out and made. I loved Kyle Fuller. I like JPP. I like Justin Houston.
Yeah.
I love Roquan Smith. Like, that deal was fantastic.
Yeah.
But they do all these moves. They keep doing them, and you're like, wait a minute. You skipped a step. It's like you were writing an essay and you left out the introduction. It's like, wow, that was a great essay.
Yeah.
Where's the introduction? Where's that wide receiver? Every part about it was great. You just missed a spot. You painted a house and you left one room the wrong color. Like, hey, man, you did a great job painting. I love every room that you did. But you still have another room. Where's that room? And then the Ravens come out. They're like, well, we ran out of paint. Like, no, you triple coated that room. You didn't even give one coat to the other room, the wide receiver room. Where's the coat of paint for them? Where's the wide receiver? Where's the pass catching weapon? And I get that they have a run heavy system. I have no problem with a run heavy system, but a run heavy system with no potential for the pass. And it's the same thing that they've done at corner over the years. They've gotten better at it because they've been devastated so many times by injury to the cornerbacks. Again, we drafted 2 corners as well. Jalen Armour-Davis.
And one is hurt.
And one is hurt. And so it's just like, how many times can the Ravens make the same mistake of they go into the season and they say like, oh, we fully believe in our guys, and then it doesn't work out. And then they stand with Greg Roman, they stand with the wide receiver room, and then they don't make a change. Or like they make changes, but it's like, it's one step forward, one step back simultaneously, right? They go out there and they're like, we draft Rashad Bateman. It's like, boom, we have a wide receiver room. Hollywood and Rashad Bateman, that's a great duo. And Duvernay is a 3. Boom, that's actually a very good trio, like maybe a top 15, top 10 trio in the NFL.
Yeah.
And then they go one step back. We're trading Hollywood Brown. And you're like, wait a minute. Now we have 2 wide receivers. And now Bateman's the 1. And Bateman's been hurt for a lot of his career, missed 7 games his rookie year. He's already missed a few games this year. Now he's on IR. And now you're like, wow. Now it's Devin Duvernay. This is now a bottom 3 wide receiver room in the NFL because we take a step forward, then we take all these steps back.
Now we literally have a lot of more unproven guys, except Demarcus Robinson and Deshaun. Well, Deshaun Jackson is a layaway type of player at the moment. Demarcus Robinson, he was a guy in an overcrowded wide receiver room that got cut by the Raiders, but also, made things happen in the wide receiver room in Kansas City where he wasn't getting a lot of notice. But now you're taking some mid-tier guys and you put them in front of the stage. Hey, it's almost like, oh my gosh. In the acting world, TTB family helped me out. It's almost like when the understudy takes over. So right now we have a lot of understudy players taking going on for the main act. And I don't know when we're going to get our starting role wide receivers. But the cool thing about this, we had a lot of understudy players back in that 2019 season when, we had that unbelievable offense. And a lot of people are going to keep on saying, oh, why do you keep up bringing up 2019? Well, if you look at the offense and you look at what we've been trying to do, we constantly, with Gregory Roman and Jonathan, we keep on trying to replicate that unanimous MVP season. But the thing about that unanimous MVP season, you had a swag that was out the wazoo. You had a defense that played together and was monstrous and, put a threat in the opposing team's offenses. But right now you have a ailing running back room. We done lost our feature back. Now, granted, he's going to be coming back in the next 3 to 4 weeks because, again, another person has got a surgery and it has not, and the surgery wasn't a full success. They had to go back to get it cleaned out again. It sounds like somebody else that just came back onto the team. One of our Pro Bowlers, I believe, was my left tackle. What is the surgeons doing? What are our team doing? Who's our guy? Because this can't keep on happening. When you send a guy to surgery, you expect for it to be successfully 100%, not go back and got to do it again. Oh yeah, we'll get him back in another 3 to 4 weeks. In the next 3 to 4 weeks, we played it Monday night. We played the Saints. We played PJ Walker and the Panthers. We played Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars. And then on December 4th, we play Broncos country. Let's ride. Russell Wilson. Anything can happen in those 3 to 4 weeks. Everybody we can go into November 20th and say Carolina, oh yeah, we're gonna beat them. We're gonna beat them good. Next thing you know, PJ Walker and DJ Moore then went up for 4 touchdowns and went crazy. Chuba Hubbard then ran for 150 yards and maybe put up 2 touchdowns. J.C. Horn maybe then picked off Lamar Jackson. Oh, Lamar, this is your contract year. And you throwing 2 picks to J.C. Horn, Patrick Surtain the second. Oh, Lamar Jackson. You threw the ball to James Prochet, knowing Patrick Surtain the second was guarding him. Well, hell, Lamar Jackson, who else I'm gonna throw it to? I trust my guys. I trust the plays. So I'm doing what I gotta do. So I mean, we can get Ravens fans, TTB family, we can keep on being in this unrealistic world, but we gotta be real with ourselves. We have mid-tier coaching from head coach to offensive coordinator. I think Mike is going to be saved because now we bring in Roquan, so we don't have. So he's not on the chopping block as of yet.
Hey, Ravens defense been balling. They're getting picks. They're getting sacks. They're doing their thing.
They've been working, so I can't even I can't even get at them. But that offense, man, we gotta get at them. There's no reason 3rd and 8 my fullback should be out there on the field. 3rd and 8, I need all my since we're tight end you, put all my tight ends out there, make them available so they know we're going to pass the ball. Okay, it's frustrating sometimes. It's frustrating sometimes watching the games, knowing half the damn plays that we're going to run, and we constantly talk about change. And like the only person that doesn't want to change is Gregory Roman. Like, bro, you can't be stuck in your ways with so much. This has been 10 years. 10 years of you existing in the NFL, my guy. And because you had 2 great seasons in your 10 years of being an offensive coordinator, you think you can keep on doing the same thing? Yo, J.K. Dobbins is hurt. Gus Edwards is just coming back. Y'all are really going to try to depend on Kenyon Drake giving you 150 yards every game? You think he's not going to have a Devontae type of season? Like, the only bright spot of this offense is the offensive line is coming together.
Yeah.
And Tyler Linderbaum is he's damn near look like a Pro Bowler. At center, I give him his respect.
Yeah. I mean, it's just frustrating. Everything about the Ravens is trying to do the same thing consistently. Maybe that's the Edgar Allan Poe in them, the insanity there. But, overall, it's going to be interesting to see what they do. Let us know in the comments, everyone, what you think they should do. Did Eric DeCosta make a mistake? Things like that. Check out the podcast. Check out the YouTube channel if you're listening on the podcast. But Joshua, do you have anything final to say before we wrap this up?
Man, make sure y'all share to your best friends, your mama, friend, granddad, all of them. We love all the support every day, man. And honestly, man, y'all keep us going, man. And watch some college football. Tell us what wide receiver y'all looking at, or whatever defensive end, or whoever y'all looking at, so we can stay tuned. There's a lot of good games coming up tomorrow. So y'all have a good one. Stay safe, and we'll see y'all Monday night.
All right, everyone. Let's get ready. And I'm not going to end this by saying, you know what? I'm ending this with a Justin Tucker quote. Ravens flock, let's fly. Never doing it again. But I'm ending this one like that.